Good morning. Thanks for joining me at Coffee with Corey. I came across some information this week that I shared out on Instagram, and I knew it was important, or it was interesting, at least to me. I didn't really have the aha moment with it until I was reflecting on it right before I sat down to have coffee with you guys. So I'll see if I can tie these things together, because like I said, for me it was kind of like that. Wow, yeah, that's why that was important to me. But it talked about Einstein and his writings, his philosophies, his teachings, and specifically how he interpreted or felt like the brain interpreted time, the concept of time. And there were a couple high points that I took away from it. Was when the brain is surprised, it records events more frequently or to a greater degree. When things become routine, ordinary, the brain doesn't really record as much, and therefore that time seems to go by a lot faster. The example that it gave was like as a child, almost everything is new. Your first pet, your first bike, your first time at school, all of those things that you're experiencing for the first time, your brain is constantly recording events. And so when you look back over your childhood or at your childhood, it seems like it really lasted forever. Whereas, there's a lot of times when you get into adulthood and you get into routines and things become very normal, that and again routine, that it feels like time goes by so much faster. And so the item that it talked about was trying to add more life to your years rather than just years to your life. People are constantly, exercising and trying to do their diet such that they can live longer lives. But when it really comes right down to it, if you're trying to make your life as rich and full as possible, that it essentially slows time down and gives you more things to look back on, and makes you feel like you had a fuller life. And the aspect that really hit home with me as I sat down this morning before I had coffee with you guys and started thinking about my week. And it really, that information that I sent out and that we just talked about really made me understand why I do what I do from a real estate standpoint, and why it's so invigorating for me is because it is full of new experiences every day. This week, I had the opportunity to travel over to Minnesota to a lake that I'd never been to before, looking at listing some property over there, and it was absolutely beautiful. The scenery and the setting was amazing, and hopefully we'll be able to talk more about that here in the weeks to come once we have that property listed. This weekend I'm really excited about. One of our real estate partners over in Laverne, Renee Guy, is working an open house on a house that we have co-listed with her with the experience, and it's the first home that we ever staged in Minnesota. And so Renee's going to be there tomorrow on Sunday. We've been already sharing it out on our social media, and that was another new experience for me and for all of us at the experience, to be able to go to a different state and stage a home and show the great people of Laverne what we're able to do for clients. So that will always be something that I remember as the first home in another state that we were able to put our stamp on with staging. Another thing that happened this week was I got to help a couple that's lived in their home for 50 plus years relocate from a small town in South Dakota to Sioux Falls so they could be closer to family. And that was those types of events in real estate just make me look forward to it every day. And I know my brain is constantly recording those events, and as I get the opportunity some years down the road to look back on all the things that I've appreciated about my career, I'm hopeful that it will do for me then what it does for me on a daily basis right now, which is invigorate me and just make me excited about every day. So, you know, we've talked about it before. None of us know how many years we get to do what we do, but I know one thing is for certain right now, that I'm very thankful that I'm involved in this wonderful real estate industry and have the good fortune to be able to do what I do, because it's definitely adding a richness and a fullness to my life that is more important than however many years I get to do it. So anyway, that was good information from Einstein that I came across this week, and it was exciting for me to realize how much that really intertwines with my life, and I didn't even realize it until right before we sat down together. So hopefully you can take something out of that as well. Hopefully you'll challenge your mind this week and do something new and record some events, so you'll have the good fortune and excitement of looking back on those in years to come and smile just like I do on a daily basis. So thank you so much again for joining me this week, and I hope to see you next time at Coffee with Kory.